back to another episode of Last Day Out of Survival. I hope y'all are having absolutely a very fantastic day on this wonderful, wonderful day. Today, we return. You know what we gotta talk about today? Boom! We got a brand new Q&A to get to talk about, so without further ado, let's dive into this number 1. Are you planning to add any rewards for reaching reputation level 200? Yes, we thought about it. Any interesting suggestions on what you would like to get? So, if you guys don't know what this Q&A is, this is the Q&A of our good buddies Kafir. Actually, talking about the game, answering questions, fielding them from you guys. And here we got someone asking about what happens at reputation level 200. And Kafir's pretty much saying that, yeah, we do want something to happen. Do you guys have any interesting suggestions on what you'd like to get? And well, I think it's a perfect point to point this to you guys in the comment section down below. Usually I like to ask you guys about these questions anyways. Well, the answer to this is just another question, and it's perfectly fielded towards you guys. So please let me know in that comment section down below what you think, because if you want to know what I think, Kafir, if you want to listen to me, all right, I got an awesome idea. You guys might be down, might get jiggy with it too. What I think should happen is potentially every like 50 reputation or like 20 or 40, somewhere a reasonable amount. You know what I want? It makes perfect sense. I want a raider, right, to come and defend our base. Why? Well, because base defense seems to be, especially with the last episode's leaks, base defense seems to be something that they are focusing on here. They have mentioned that they do want people actually at your base, whether that be through workbenches or actually actively defending. So what better way than, you know, getting defenders from the raider faction? And if you raid enough with them, you get them enough stuff, eventually they're like, all right, we'll station a dude over there. I think that'd be an amazing thing, because then your base defense gets better the more you raid. And I don't know, dude, but I'd love to hear from you guys your thoughts on this, along with your own original thoughts, your thoughts on my thoughts, that type of jazz. Everybody that comments, push your third of the way into the biggest $25 @Play Store gift card giveaway. All you gotta do as well is make sure to hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed. Boom, you will be entered into this weekly giveaway on this episode. Feel free to enter it on all past, all future, all present videos. And then what you can do from there is Saturday rolls around, pick a random video from the past week, pick a random comment from the random video, and that will be the winner. Make sure that notification bell too, so you know when new videos come out, so I can spread that new information to your faces, spread the new updates, show them off to y'all faces, and so you don't miss a video to enter on as well. Number 2, can you explain the interaction with the dog? Will it help us defend ourselves against zombies? Can he die, etc.? We were enthused with your reactions to the video with a dog and revealed to you some things. So you will be able to tame a dog. Your 4-legged friend will help you to reach hard-to-reach areas. It will serve you truly and fight zombies by your side. That is what I wanted to hear right there. Also, we want to add an opportunity to interbreed dogs to have smarter and stronger species. That is an awesome mechanic right there, dude. This is gonna be like Tamagotchi Last Day on Earth edition, man. I don't know. Is that a good analogy? I never played Tamagotchi. That wasn't a part of my childhood. I caught a couple Pikachus here, there, and Pokemons, but that's about it. But that's such an awesome thing that we'll be able to interbreed dogs to actually, like, you know, improve the species, improve what it does. And the better the set of genes is, the more your dog will be able to do. Your loyal friend will also protect your base from zombies, and no, it can't die. So tons of information there that I love, along with a little bit of open-endedness that I would love to hear from y'all as well. But it is pretty awesome because we know that we'll be able to tame a dog. Breeding is something that they would love to set up into the future as well. And how will we find these dogs? Maybe we'll randomly find puppies, you know, abandoned in random places. Maybe there'll be a special event we go to. There's a lot of potential ways for that to go down. And then maybe even as, like, it says the dogs can smarter too. I wonder if that means that maybe the dogs can, like, dig up treasure for, I don't know, that seems a little bit weird, but I mean, dogs go digging bones. Maybe you could sniff out treasure that otherwise we couldn't see, or maybe it'll just be able to do more damage, get stronger, that type of stuff. I'm so excited to get myself a 4-legged companion, and I hope you guys are as well. But right now, I'm so excited to move on to number 3. Will you shorten the time needed to travel as the map expands? Right now, it seems it already takes a while to travel to Oak Groves, and it takes a lot of energy too. Sure. So this is actually pretty good news from Kafir, that as the map does expand, as the game continues to get bigger, they will probably balance the energy accordingly, because right now, I think to travel completely across the map from, like, the bunker to the furthest zone is around 100 energy. So maybe they'll keep it relatively like that, where, I don't know, the 2 furthest places will be like 100 energy apart. I could kind of see that potentially being a thing, but I mean, we'll have to wait and see how that goes. And right now as well, because it is February 15th, and they did say for the Chinese New Year event from February 15th to the 25th, I believe, check this out, a little bit of a buff right there. During the special event, running requires 50% less energy, so let's just say we want to run all the way over here. Well, look at that, 25 freaking energy to get to the frosty backwoods. Yes sirree, please leave me with that. But right now, let's leave off on number 4, or I guess continue on to number 4. Will you change the zip gun recipe? No, I mean, any recipe changes are possible in the future, but there are no plans for a zip gun at the moment, so kind of poopy there. They did make the zip gun kind of hard and that you have to use steel to craft it, but the zip gun is an extremely poopy weapon in the first place, and I don't know, dude. Like, if you find one, it's kind of cool, but I do wish that they would balance it to actually make it something that we use, because that'd be so cool if it was like cheap enough where it was worth crafting and worth using as a ranged weapon. But as long as it costs steel, there's seriously no point. Steel is way too valuable to waste on a freaking glorified like musket over here, you know? And a very quick side note, I'd encourage you guys a ton to check out the rules of survival that I'm gonna be posting on the channel. Posted a video just a couple days ago, probably gonna be another one going up today too. Please make sure to check that out. I am loving the bejesus out of this game. I'm playing a ton of it in my free time, trying to get as perfect of videos as possible for y'all. It's a free game on mobile, and it's actually on PC too, and it's a pretty awesome battle royale game that I just wanted to share with y'all, because I know we like free mobile stuff here. So yeah, and this isn't even sponsored either. I'm just loving the bejesus out of this game, and I'm playing it a ton, and I really hope that you guys enjoy the videos, because I would love to make those like a regular part of the schedule. But let's move on to number 5. Is the doubled crafting time a planned feature or just a bug? So many players get this unfair, harder game method and slowed our upgrading progress. What is your plan with this? It's not a feature and not a bug. Right now we're running a test in order to find the best balance. So here's Kafir finally clarifying what's going on with this. There are 2 variants of the game with different balance for crafting and traveling. The test will help us to understand which variant is more comfortable for our players. As of right now, I think we'll find out. I think we have a pretty good idea, given how much everyone talks about the double crafted and whatnot, and how awful it is. It's not going to last long, and within a few weeks, we'll come to one variant for all players. Such tests can be implemented during the beta, but don't plan to repeat it often. And again, this is what a beta is for. A beta is when you do want to test these types of features, and you do want to make these types of balance changes. And it does suck, but at least it's not the worst thing. If it comes to like fires and stuff, okay, that's different. But like, personally with the double crafting times, right? I mean, if it's something like a workbench, that's not a huge deal. It does slow things down, but it doesn't add resources. But I do think that like in the fires and stuff, that is really poopy, because then you have to double down on the fuel you put into a fire, fuel you put into the furnace to smelt something down, and that's a bit of a one step too far. But nonetheless, I do think they're seeing the feedback that we're talking about, because we are given a ton of feedback as a community, not just here at the Starsnipe community, but the Last Day on Earth community at large. And I do think that they will come to their senses and be like, yeah, unless we want a literal riot to happen, at least we want the players to develop multiplayer by themselves, band together, riot, and burn down the game from the inside. We'll find a way, man. If there's a will, there's a way. I think that they will put it back. But right now, let's put it forward to number 6. Are you planning to give us the ability to build more workstations then too, when new types of items will be added to the game? Honestly, we don't plan on adding additional workstations, so it does look like there will be kind of a hard cap of 2 workstations per thing. I do think that they are, however, thinking of adding in, not thinking, they are planning on adding in the workers that you can hire and recruit to work at your workstations, which will actually speed up how quickly they can work in that type of stuff. This doesn't mean that they're not going to add in future workbenches. Obviously, going to be doing like electronics lab and that type of stuff moving forward. I think they just mean that like the hard cap for the current stuff in the game will stay and won't change. Number 7, you used to release updates every Friday and they were better than the ones you release now. What happened? The reason is the game feature you're waiting most of all. Multiplayer. Creating synchronized multiplayer takes an enormous number of specialists and resources, and its complicated structure significantly slows down the development process. In the beginning, we could easily add any content to the game, when you take lots of aspects connected with the future multiplayer into account. So this is an amazing reason that, again, Kafir further iterating that they are working on multiplayer, and some people are going to say that, oh, Kafir's just not working at all. Guys, if Kafir would probably fire the people that aren't working. Like, they're not just gonna pay people to do nothing. All right, I'm pretty confident in Kafir actually doing this multiplayer, especially because they've actually opened up an official Discord. I'm not 100% sure what the link to it is, but there's an official Discord now where they are like, they're trying to like be more open to feedback with the community and try to better their communication, because their communication has been a bit lackluster, admittedly, but they are trying to work on bettering it, and I think that's a huge process and a huge step in the process of them trying to say that, hey, we're serious. It's not just a money grab, you know, and I really do think multiplayer they are serious for. And what they're saying here makes a lot of sense, because at the beginning, Last Day on Earth was a single-player game. Single-player games are a lot easier to develop because you don't have to add in this multiplayer, or multiple people have to be on the same map, multiple people have to interact with this stuff. As someone in college for programming, let me just say, dude, multiplayer is definitely a bit more complex than just a single-player type of structure. And it makes sense because I think what that means is that now they are also taking into account that all updates they do release, like before they were just releasing stuff with single-player in mind, but now they have to release stuff with multiplayer in mind, and they probably are future-proofing the updates as well. So anything new that's added in, they do want to kind of make it pretty compatible with the multiplayer that they are working on as well. And that honestly makes a ton of sense as an explanation, and I hope that y'all understand what's coming from here. But yeah, I'm just very excited for multiplayer to come, and with how much work they've been putting into it, and especially with how slow the like other updates have been, I think they are pretty serious about putting a lot of effort, a lot of manpower into this. And dude, I think we're getting closer to multiplayer. I think 1.8 might be the update, or maybe they'll just be like YOLO and release like 2.0, you know, because they don't have to go to a 1.9 and then 2.0. They could totally just do 2.0 whenever, just like how they went from like 1.6.12 to 1.7. It doesn't go 1.6.9 to 1.7, you know, that's just like different version numbers. It's not like an actual like number that goes in like a correct fashion, you know what I mean? Kind of, maybe, if that makes sense. Yeah, okay, but I'm very excited for that, and I think that either that will happen, or maybe they'll slowly implement multiplayer, and maybe like 1.8 will be co-op or like trading, 1.9 will then be co-op / trading, or like the other half of it, and then 2.0 might be like pure PvP, clans, that type of stuff. That'd be the perfect release for 2.0, honestly, because if you release like a full-out multiplayer, it's pretty much an entirely new game at that point, and that is what I am so excited to get our hands on in the future. Number 8, why did you nerf the bow? Bow wasn't supposed to bring so much damage to turrets and most powerful zombies. A handmade wooden stick which breaks through metal constructions is not logical, is it? I would agree with that. I do think that the amount of damage a whatchamacall did to a turret might have been a little bit too high, but then they go on to say Frenzy Giant wears special protection, and that's why the damage was also reduced there. So we just fixed what worked incorrectly from the beginning, and we have no doubts you can find other smart strategies to complete the bunker. Nah, all right, Kafir, this is just Kafir trying to give kind of an excuse for why it is. They're trying to give like an in-game lore reason, so it makes sense in context of the game. But realistically, this was a balance change. They just thought that the bow was a little bit too powerful in terms of what it was able to do. I know it upset a lot of people in the community, but at the end of the day, Kafir is trying to find a balance. And I mean, for the amount of resources that a bow took and the damage it was able to do in being a really cheap ranged weapon that could take down a Frenzy Giant, that is relatively powerful, you know, especially for the low cost of it. So I kind of see where they're coming from. They are trying to find a balance. It does suck, do not get me wrong, but I think they do want to make sure that the Frenzy Giants, you know, they're supposed to be like the toughest enemy in the game besides like the bosses right now. And I'd like, it's a weird reason saying they have special armor, but realistically the real reason is that they do want to do a balance change. But what, in context of the turrets, I think the turrets might be, that's a different story. That totally makes sense, because I would not expect a wooden stick to magically hurt metal, you know, although that does bring up the question, why does the spear work? Actually, I feel like I should bring that up, because next thing you know, the spear is gonna get nerfed. Even though, I mean, after you advance a couple of levels, usually you're already past the spear. But let's move on to number 9. Have you thought about putting a gift for people who are in level 99? When we reach that level, we'll activate another experience bar that when we fill it, gives us reward like a weapon or refined metal. So kind of think like prestige mode, kind of, or like an extra level something, where like we have an extra progress bar, but instead of leveling up, we get something for free. And Kafir's answer answers. Yes, we thought about adding something like that as well as changing the leveling system in general. We'll do something like what you suggested in your question. This is actually really awesome news to hear for those of us that are level 99. This is a relatively first world problem, don't get me wrong, but the amount of extra XP we have gathered and the fact that it's pretty much useless and the XP we get doesn't matter at all. It's actually pretty cool news to know that they are actually trying to kind of do a reward system for getting level 99. Because right now you hit level 99, you got all the recipes. Get the streamers, get the party confetti out. All right, things are getting loco, but nothing really happens. But this would actually be a really awesome change that I would love to see, is that you do get some sort of a reward. Like maybe it alternates, maybe you get a random reward between like a weapon, maybe like a steel plate, something like that. That'd be an awesome reward system. I don't know if maybe it just pop up in our inbox, or maybe we have to go talk to like a special NPC and it'll be like, oh, you have trained well, young Padawan. I present to you free thing. And then I take the free thing, and then I'm a happy camper. And finally, number 10, why do you choose not popular questions for the column? And here comes our favorite question about questions. We guess it comes from newcomers who lost the majority of previous parts and can't understand why their interesting and supported question is not getting the devs' attention. So the first reason, your question could have already been answered in the previous parts, which does happen, and Kafir even ends up answering a question sometimes that they have answered before. So while it might seem that there are popular questions being asked, right, you guys do have to kind of take into account that there have been like what? I think this is the 26th dev blog, 260 questions answered. There's a solid chance that that question has been asked in the past, you know, but there is also a solid chance that there are new people, so they might not know that. So it's just if you're kind of clarifying that, hey, there's a lot of questions we've answered, so maybe take a peek at the backlog, something like that. But also, many of you ask when we will implement a new location, multiplayer, etc., and we understand you expect to hear some accurate time period, but such information is not available. As soon as we are ready to reveal it, you'll see it in the official communities. Probably will prepare a special document with all the Ask the Dev Team parts where you'll be able to check whether the question has already been answered or not. And this is again Kafir saying that release dates, let me just say, release dates and programming as a programmer of the college variety, I will just say, you think it's gonna take 10 hours, next thing you know it takes 30. All right, you think you can knock this homework assignment out in 2 hours, next thing you know, you sink your entire weekend into it. All right, from first-hand experience, you just never know when like a random bug is gonna happen. And the thing is, if Kafir does give a release date, then there's two issues. One, they miss it and people are not happy, all right? Or two, they try to release for that release date, they release a buggy update and people are unhappy. Or three, they give people a date, really, like they overestimate the date, and then people are not happy because it's too far into the future. So I just want to give you guys a little bit of context there and a little bit of understanding of what's going on, and at least from my perspective as someone who does do programming here, getting a computer science degree over at college, something like that, and just kind of add a little bit of perspective, you know? But with that, that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for this weekly Dev Q&A. Can't wait to hear what y'all gotta say in that comment section down below when it comes to it. There's a lot of good points today that we talked about, and even like, especially, I forgot to talk about this, but number 9, where it was like the gift for level 99, I would especially love to hear your guys' ideas for the gifts that we could potentially get as a level 99 kind of progress bar or something like that. Like, I'd like, obviously not like a minigun or a grenade launcher, right? But maybe like a random like spin the slot, kind of like the unknown box here, right? Except actually make it a little bit better, you know, than just kind of like the random things that you can acquire through here, you know? Something like that. But speaking of this screen, hot diggity dog, please don't buy that package on the right. Getting ready for the year of the dog. $5 for a katana, 5 first aid kits, and 75 coins. Boys, please, and girls, guys, gals, just please do not, no. Por favor, no. You know, this VSS is already a little bit used up. I'll use it on this guy here, and then we'll also go and pay a visit to the bunker because we got some tickets to get to open in there. Keep up, we're running out of time. I'm trying to keep up. Also got to fix the home base a little bit, visit the Firework event. We got a couple of things to knock out, and hey, they got some zombies to knock out, so great news for us. They can do the heavy lifting while we just chilling like the villains that we are. You know, call me the Joker, call me not Superman, call me, Pooperman, the opposite of Superman. Instead of an S on his chest, he's got a P on his chest. All right, how's it looking over here, survivors? How are things going? Well, you guys are doing pretty good. I think one of them died. Yeah, oh my God, dude, that dude's just randomly buried over there in the bodies. That ain't good, but you guys got some more people to worry about. You do that worrying. I'm gonna do this looting here and get the hell out of Dodge before they notice. Just please, can I finally get that scuba mask? Why is it so difficult for me to acquire a mask of the scuba variety or a snorkel? Whatever it's called. Por favor, give it to me. Nothing good there. Oh, we got the zombie horde coming. Oh, that's a lot of them. Okay. Oh, marvelous. We got a red ticket. We got some gas. Ow, 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 ow. I'm outie. We got what we needed. And funny thing, this actually leaves us at 29 red tickets, aka the worst number of red tickets to be at. We got a stack of like 28 back at home, and we just picked up one. Dude, it couldn't have been two. It couldn't have been two. So we are gonna be one red ticket off, but hopefully we can get a raid or something like that and actually knock that out. But let's definitely pay a visit over here to the Firework field. And dude, this is the amazing thing about, I love this so much. Thank you, Kafir. During the special event, running requires 50% less energy. I like it. Guys and gals, go on your cross-country road trips, go on your vacations, travel to Cancun, you do you, because this is just an amazing opportunity for us to use a bejesus ton of energy, which is awesome, because this literally means we can play twice as long, travel twice as far before, you know, you gotta wait for the energy to recharge, gotta resort to walking, and that in and of itself is absolutely amazing. But you know what else is amazing? Blowing some zombies sky high through the amazingness known as Fireworks. I know we probably could have looted the whatchamacall people too. We probably could have looted the dead guys from that event there. Oh mama, no, I wasn't ready for that. Probably could have looted the dead guys from that event that we just saw. Not the event, the chopper event, that's what I meant. We probably could have looted those dead dudes. But, I mean, there was kind of that entire zombie horde. Didn't really want to deal with them. Didn't want to take out you guys, though. Sorry. Yeah, no. I will return for... Actually, no, I won't even return. I'm gonna just toss this because we do need a couple of free inventory slots for what we're about to be grabbing. Which is going to be the fishies, the lanterns, that type of jazz. The place hasn't respawned yet, the old man's little adobe. The silent adobe. Yeah, it hasn't respawned quite yet, but... That does mean we do have a great opportunity here to start gathering the resources early. Then in like, what, 2.5 hours, the stuff will reset. And we will be bueno. Bueno. Now, you guys, on the other hand, are about to be not so bueno. Okay, you gotta come too, buddy. Everyone, it's a party over here, all right? I want everyone to see the fireworks firsthand. Really, you really gotta get up close and personal to appreciate the beauty of those puppies. I think they were close enough to appreciate it. Don't you guys think? I do think that they definitely earned an appreciation for the amazingness known as the works of fire. And we gain an appreciation for some more of this stuff. We're definitely gonna have to pay a visit to the place, though. The place with the dealer of the Chinese New Year variety. Say hello to him and turn in some of these things, because there's some quality to be had with some of the things we can buy off him with these gold bars that we can sell to him. And there we go. Let's get some fireworks for you, boys. And thank you for the loot. Give me. Ooh, give me the loot, boo. I'll probably toss out the torch too, because I really don't need a torch, and you get 3 free ones anyways. If you do the event right, you only gotta use 1, not even 3. And bless up, we never go freezing in this zone either. That's another thing I noticed. Even if we did, I think there's a fire here, but yeah, dude, shockingly enough, we have not been freezing at all. This is like actually kind of sort of amazing. But let's go ahead, head on home, and get to work with some of these base improvements, or base repairs, I suppose, that have to be made. And then I think we'll cap things off by paying a visit over to the bunker with our stockpile of yellow tickets, our stockpile of green tickets, and our stupidly close stockpile of red tickets that we probably, I don't know, dude, because I don't think we can get a red ticket until pretty much we go into the floors. It's gonna be a process to get a single red ticket, and unfortunately in about half an hour I do have to be at class, so I also have to edit this video and get it rendering before then. So your boy Papa Star, he's gonna be sprinting, he's gonna be running just a wee bit, you know. But hey, don't worry, I'm pretty much an Olympic sprinter. Like, you know, the Winter Olympics going on? Yeah, I'm actually chilling over there. I'm sprinting. I'm doing the 100-meter ice race where you run across ice. Not on ice skates, you legit run across it. It results in a lot of face plants, but hey, it's quality entertainment, you know what I mean? But okay, so we do have a couple of these walls that really do need to get fixed up. Step one of doing that is going to be with just a pile of wood. The wood will be the key to victory. Question, there the wood is, so we can put that to use, and you guys can already see where some of the damages have occurred. Actually, we do need to go and pick up their stuff as well, so we can take this opportunity very quickly to put some things away. And with that, there should be a bit of room in our inventory here for the picking of this. So there was, I believe, maybe, okay, so they definitely broke through this doorway here. We have a little bit of like an outdoor type of like level 3 honeycomb type of strat going on. Should be able to get some stone bricks back from that, also some oak planks, but you can see they broke into that. Also broke into here, and then I want to say that there is one more floor, one more wall that they were able to get through, and I believe that, oh, I feel burp coming. It's not coming though, because I said the burp was coming, it stopped coming. What is it? That should be looking good there, so that's awesome. Now we can actually get those walls going. We definitely want a doorway there. Okay, and then we're gonna want walls for the rest of these, and we are gonna have to upgrade these as we go, which is gonna take a reasonable amount of resources, but with that, all of them should be repaired, and we can start plopping these things around here. They really like breaking into this area, so we're gonna start filling this up a little bit, trying to not foolproof, but raid-proof it just a little bit, and, you know, just kind of put our resources to good use, because the level 1 honeycomb strat, guys, I'm telling you, it is still a very viable tactic. Shockingly enough, it really is. Even though Kafir said they were nerfing it, stack of wood, dude, you'll be good. You'll survive a raid. Long story short. I don't know. Well, usually they'll like break a stack worth of woods, and then you can pick up, be like, I mean, you can pick them up too. Once they break, there's a chance again the 1 pine log plank or 1 pine log back. It's just really easy because, like, I don't know, it's just really cheap. 1 pine log for a wall, like, sign me up. Can you sign me up right now to please go over here? Why was that being so weird? There we go. We can actually get some of these upgrades going. We got that back into the stone variety that we were used to. Not the floor. We do need to get some more planks though. I think it's because we're down to 14. Wait, are we down to 14? That is a really random number. Let's pick up some of these puppies though. Do we have any more stones? Let's definitely pick up some more stones, and we are probably gonna need some more oak planks. Luckily, we also got a solid stockpile of those puppies up in here, and this should be enough to get us through this little upgrade sequence here. 1, 2. Let's get a 1, a 2, and finally, where was this? Was this the last wall? We need 1 more stack of wood, but again, we do have that stack just chilling over hither. And with that, we'll be able to get the final touches put on our base, just so the raiders can come back and poop on it a little bit more. Answer, probably. So boom, boom, get done, no son, and we're looking freaking good. And actually, we can probably upgrade one of these doorways like 1 extra time, which, ooh, I'm gonna upgrade this. That I've wanted for a while, because that is a little, that was protecting a chest with some pretty solid stuff in it and all that jazz. But you can see we got a little bit of inventory room here now. So why don't we go and grab the necessities here in the form of the tickets and go and pay our favorite place, the bunker, a visit. And bless your faces, bless your ear holes, bless all them places with a little bit of that bunker code for the day. How's that sound? Pretty, that sounds like a good deal to me. I don't know, bunker codes are relatively useful entities, you know? And today's bunker code, boys and girls, if we scroll on over to the proper channel of the radio, 21345. It's almost like 1234, except with the first 2 numbers switched around. So let's plop that baby open, see what the chest got, and get my booty sprinting to class. And with the bunker looking mighty open with that code entered on into it, let's hop in and let's see what these chests will contain for us. I'm banking and I'm hoping that maybe it has that little something known as a engine part. I love stockpiling those, or maybe some silenced guns, because I have not hit a silenced gun forever out of these crates. Like, do they never give silenced guns anymore? Ever since raiding became a thing, they're just like, I don't know. Definitely let me know that too. That's actually a question I would love to have answered. If any of you guys have getting silenced guns from opening up the bunker, because I definitely have not. I will put that out there. But let's open these two up while that one's running. We got an engine part and a rifle. Amazing start there. I'll definitely take those two to boot. I'll come back for the rest of this and a little bit of poop-tasticness there. But with that, that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for me because I need to get to sprinting over to that class. Thank you guys all ton for watching. Wish y'all nothing but the most fantastic day of the world. Best of luck with the Chopper Squad. Best of luck with the Chinese New Year event. Best of luck with the raids and raid defense. And best of luck in having that fan-freaking-tastic day. Thank you guys all ton for watching. Have yourselves an awesome one. And I'll talk to you in the next one. See ya.